Welcome in, everyone. I am the Crypto Bull God, and this is all in the charts. If you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop me a comment, click that bell icon for all notifications to know when to go live on the YouTubes. Hope everyone's having a good start to the week. My brain's a little fried. Been having a good day, but just very data intensive today, I guess you could say. So I got to tell you, on days like today, it's a little bit challenging to come out here and live stream, to be honest with you, because I just feel like sitting on the couch and relaxing for the next hour or so. But I hope everyone's having a great day. Donkey Dong, welcome in. Now, of course, we had a weekly close and a 2-week close occur on Bitcoin. So I just wanted to run through a couple charts and provide you some updates. There really isn't too much monumental going on. There is one thing that I think could end up being significant that I did want to share with you that developed on one of the charts. You may know what that is if you're following me at Crypto Bull God on X here, or if you're keeping tabs on some of the things that I've shared with you are important to be keeping tabs on. You may have an idea of it. Before we get started into looking at the charts, I just wanted to send out my prayers and thoughts to everyone on the west coast of Florida. There is a second hurricane coming up the coast here, and it's, I got to tell you, based on, the news media always focuses on the most devastating scenes, but facts are facts. I mean, that place got hit hard. Tampa got hit really hard, and it looks like that hurricane's going to come up and it's going to be a Category 3, which is pretty strong. So it's going to go through central Florida. I'll definitely be feeling the effects here for sure with rain and wind, but nothing to the extent that the West Coast will be feeling. So thoughts and prayers out to everyone out there who may be impacted or know anyone who's being impacted. And I guess that's also another good point. I guess a couple things to share with you for the live stream this week. I am actually, by the way, I am having a rare glass of wine on a Monday. That's how this day has been. I've wanted to have some wine on a Monday. It's, again, good day, just very busy. This is a Trump Meritage. I am ceremonially hoping for a Trump victory because the alternative is scary. Say what you want about the man, but the alternative is scary. And by the way, I've had his wines before. They're actually very good wines. This is a 2020 Meritage. Very tasty. Very, very good. What was I going to say? Oh, about the live stream this week. Something I did want to share with you guys. Tomorrow I have a really late meeting. It's like 90 minutes right at the end of the day. It runs right up until very late in the day. So I don't know if I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. And then the other thing I wanted to make you aware of on Wednesday is the hurricane is making landfall, I believe, Wednesday afternoon on the West Coast. So depending how that plays out, I do know there's a possibility I could have a power outage. So Wednesday, I'm just going to say right now, Wednesday is going to be up in the air. So Tuesday and Wednesday are definitely up in the air. So we'll kind of see how things go. But I am here with you today, and we'll just kind of roll with things and see how the week develops. So again, thumbs up are appreciated for support of the channel. Evan, welcome in. Let's get into the charts here. So on the 12-hour, there really isn't too much to, we routinely take a look at this low time frame view because of the historical significance. There isn't a lot that's going on here that's super exciting or concerning or anything of the sorts. Of course, we talked about these higher lows coming in. We got our first higher low here, or higher high relative to here, which is very good to see. And we're running into resistance right up against 63.8, which is no surprise. You can see the price wicks coming up here. That's why price confluence exists. Charting does work. For the ignorant trolls that I get on X and Twitter who tell me that charting is drawing a bunch of lines, and somebody who is mathematically inclined, it doesn't aid them as a technical analyst, clearly that's what I like to call hubris. That's ridiculous talk. So we're battling this rough zone here. And, one of the things I routinely share with you is one of the things to keep in mind with price confluence is we're not talking about an exact dollar level, right? So keep in mind, this is a zone here in around 63 to 64. Someone might have an area of resistance drawn at, depending what time frame they're looking at 64, 64.2, 63.9. Mine's at 63.8. So it's all relative to how you're drawing your lines with price confluence and what time frame you're looking at. But nothing really significant going on here. The one thing I do like to see, we kind of talked about this several days ago, when price had dipped down here to 60,000. I said there was nothing concerning to me because, we still have the higher lows coming in, and we're maintaining price action right around that pink 200 simple moving average, which is going to help this view out, right? As soon as we got this cross down here, here, that's when the 200 simple moving average began sloping down. The 50 had a death cross here. And so we want to clean up the muckiness on this chart. And right now, we're seeing a lot of healthy price action here that's beginning to clean up the moving averages and having them move in the right direction. That's what you want to see on this chart. So very good to see. This is the chart I really wanted to focus on for today's live stream. I wanted to make sure to talk about this. We've spent time talking about the significance of a stochastic RSI cross on the 2-week. We've examined the weekly, and we've talked about sometimes there's some head fakes on the weekly when you get, basically, the way to think about it is when the stochastic RSI goes below 20 and then crosses back above 20, 20 is a trigger line. Sometimes on that weekly you get some head fakes where the bullish cross above 20 doesn't pan out. On the 2-week, though, we've examined recent history, and we've seen, it's not instant fireworks, but we've seen that once we get that confirmation that the stochastic RSI on the 2-week is above 20, we're going to get a significant move in price. Let's look at the past 2 times. We got a cross right here, right? In August of 22, we dipped below it. Kind of went sideways for a bit. You can see we're above 20 here. You see how we went sideways? But then we have a significant move up from 16,000 all the way to 31,000. So Bitcoin's price doubled during this cross here. This time here, which will always be known to me right before my surgery, when I had to go off YouTube for a bit, this was back in September of 2023, a year ago. We had a cross here, and what did we do? We went up from around $26,000. Wow. We went up from 26 to 73, so we pulled nearly a 3x. Now, we're starting, you can see here, we're starting to peek our head above, right? We have to allow these next 2 weeks to play out. I'm not, by the way, anything could happen in the next 2 weeks, right? The market is just so volatile. However, as I've shared with you, my predominant view over these next couple of weeks are just sideways, nothing too monumental. It's not really going into November, and I'm just using history to help inform me on this statement. I'm not really anticipating anything too exciting until we get into November, right? So I could see in the next 2 weeks this stochastic RSI maybe printing, above 20 somewhere in this area, going sideways, and then November really starting to pick up going into December. Again, for me, nothing has changed. Nothing at all has changed that I am expecting a big fourth quarter going into 2025. And what will allow, based on the sell indicators, right? I've developed a video to help inform you of when it's logical to sell out of the market. We don't know if those momentum indicators are going to tell us that it's logical to begin selling out of our investments in the first quarter, in the second quarter of 2025, perhaps the fourth quarter of 2025. But I will say that I am of firm belief that the fourth quarter, using history as our guide, and I've gone through an extensive lengths on this channel on my live stream, I am expecting the fourth quarter to really feed into an extremely strong 2025. And for those commenting in the live stream, try to refrain from blowing up the comments because it's hard once I go back to reading the comments. I don't know how many times I've said that, but some of us don't like to listen to that. This is the weekly. There isn't too much on the weekly I wanted to discuss here. You got the MACD flattening out. You want to see the cross above. And again, the other thing beyond the MACD, again, stochastic RSI is above 20. I'm not concerned about that. I want to see the MACD get a positive cross here, but the RSI, I don't want to see us dip below 45. 45 is a key level here. Okay, I have this drawn for a reason. We don't want to dip below 45. We need to get above this orange line. It's a key line we've talked about, 54, and then start pushing up towards 70. Once you see the relative, mark my words and remember me saying this, when you flip on a weekly chart on Bitcoin and you see the weekly RSI at 70 and above, that's when you're going to start seeing some really explosive price action in the market. Something else that I wanted to point out to you guys. Now, this token is a very small market cap. This is the dark horse, what I'm calling the dark horse in my portfolio. I hold Wojak. Again, I never offer financial advice on this channel. What I do is I come out here and I honestly assess the market as a level-headed individual and just tell you what I see. And what I've been stressing to you guys for months and months and months and months is that some portion of your portfolio needs to be dedicated to social or meme tokens. I really feel firmly that if a portion of your assets aren't dedicated to social tokens, meme coins, you're going to regret it because they're going to run hard. If you think the run we saw in 23-24 was anything, what we're going to see, in my opinion, going into 25 and 25 is going to blow that away. You got to ride your winners. And so one of the things I've shared with you is, in kind of assessing things here, Wojak has a strong chart. Now, this is the Wojak USD, okay? So you can see, let's just focus on price action, okay? This is a weekly, and as you can see, we're in a general uptrend, right? Higher highs, higher lows. I don't need to show you anything, right? And I'm targeting this region. Look at the Wojak Ethereum relativity chart. This is telling you that Wojak is outpacing Ethereum. And until something changes in this chart, we shouldn't expect anything differently. You can blow up my comments and tell me, Evan, I thought you were going to chill. You can blow up my comments and tell me that some utility token out there is going to change the world, right? I could give two shits less if the chart looks like Donkey Dong. If your altcoin is bleeding against Ethereum, bleeding against majors, Solana, Bitcoin, there's no evidence, right? There's no objective empirical evidence to suggest that world-changing token is going to do anything, right? You have to allow these charts to tell you objectively how you should be evaluating the market. And until something changes in this chart, this is an extremely strong performer. And the other reason that I'm so keen on Wojak being a dark horse in my portfolio of the crypto, what did I call it? I have it nicknamed here. The crypto meme triple threat, right? These are the three major meme coins that I hold. So WIF, Brett, and Wojak. And the other thing that I've considered along with this is what doesn't make sense to me at the moment is if you study the history of meme culture, Wojak is at least as popular as Pepe. And so the other thing beyond a strong chart that I'm seeing here, as risky as it is, Wojak is a very low market cap. The opportunity that I see here is a potential asymmetric risk, a bet, okay? That at some point, the market, beyond the strong chart, and I'm talking about fundamentals, at some point, people are going to recognize that this meme coin is undervalued. And if they do, and it goes to $1 billion or $2 billion or $3 billion or more, you're talking about multitude X's multiples over what you're seeing currently. So currently what the chart is showing here, we'll just look at the Ethereum pairing. We're starting to break above resistance here. We have nothing but higher highs and higher lows coming in. We want to start breaking above this relativity value. You see the same thing on the USD chart. It's a very strong chart. Very strong chart. You can't argue otherwise. So let's see who we have in the comments. Of course, I have to filter out one of the individuals in the comments who loves to blow it up. No matter how many times I come out here and ask him not to blow up the comments, he just loves doing that. We'll see if we have time for TA Q&A. I wasn't planning to do TA Q&A today. Okay. Let's see what else we can take a look at here that might be important to hit on. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Thank you for everyone new tuning in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I'm going to be honest with you. My brain is fried. And as soon as I get off this live stream, I'm going right back to work to finish something up. But my brain is fried. DXY. Let's take a look at the DXY. Of course, we want to see weakness in the dollar index because it typically is inversely correlated with the crypto market. Nothing new here. There isn't. There isn't anything new. We're bouncing at the levels I spoke to. There isn't anything surprising going on. Fun fact, if you guys want to follow something, again, just basing things on objective data, if you see the S&P close below this orange line, there's a higher probability that Donald Trump will be elected U.S. president. If we close out above this orange line in the month of October, history tells us there's a higher probability of Kamala Harris being elected president. So study that. Now, the level on the S&P that I'm pointing to here is 5,537. So, in my opinion, if you value democracy, you want to see the S&P close below 5,537 by the end of this month. We'll kind of see how that goes. Anything else interesting going on? This might be a pretty quick live stream. I'm trying to think of any, or trying to see if there's anything else going on. Let's take a look at Near Protocol. You know, Near's been having a really nice run. Is anybody here, by the way, drop a comment. Is anyone here in Near Protocol? Thought I had. Apparently I don't have Near Protocol. I had a chart save for this one. Okay. So this one's starting to, it's got to break above here. Donkey Dong owns Near Protocol, and this has been one of the stronger performers. Now, Donkey, this is the line we want to break above. We want to break above. I actually don't like. We're on the crypto cap. I want to take a look at. Let's take a look at Coinbase here. Okay, we're going to look at this on Coinbase's exchange. I know this isn't on the price data, but right now, what you can see that's going on. We'll draw the line right there. What you can see is going on is there's downward resistance here, right? We need to break above the downward resistance. We need to start creating higher highs. Okay, so we need to break above that red horizontal line right there. I'm sure if you put it on a different time frame, you could find something, but all right, there's an area of support, it looks like, at about 375 on near protocol. Now, again, you could use $4 as a psychological level, but I see 375. I like the confluence right around 375. You could bump it up and say maybe 380, but I like the 375 area. If you want to develop a range, in my opinion, go down to right about there. So anywhere between 330 and 375. But it's all about, we want to clear 650, 645 technically. So you want to clear 645 because once you start to clear 645, now what you're doing is you're creating a higher high, right? You got the higher lows coming in, and then it's all about taking out, once you clear the 645, really what you want to start pushing above, I would actually say this wick right there, right around 855. So for anyone holding near protocol, like I said, near's been doing really well. Where is it at? I think it broke into the top 20. Yeah, it's at 17. Sui's at 18. Caspa needs to do some catch up. It's at 28. Damn, Polygon Matic has had a fall from grace for sure. Dear God. Josh, let's fucking go, man. Good to see you on the live stream. How's everybody feeling, by the way, about holding them or folding them? Were you here for the last live stream? You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Everybody appreciate the singing. Trying to see if there's anything else interesting to take a look at, to be honest with you guys. This might be a pretty quick live stream. There really hasn't been too much that's changed. And reality, let me level set with you, okay? If I had more time, I could try to think about some additional material we could cover while things are just sort of how they are right now. But coming out here and sort of shooting from the hip and not having anything and assessing current price action, again, I really, as a content creator, coming out here live stream, I'm just keeping things real with you. I don't expect anything significant until we start pushing into November. And I'm using history to tell me that. So I'm not telling you not to tune in. For the love of God, please show support and tune in when I do go live for the little itty-bitty of time I go live. I love having you guys here. But it's challenging right now because I feel like we're on the precipice of an explosion, and that's when the engagement will be much higher. But right now, things are just kind of pretty even keel. So I'll have to try to put some thought into perhaps what we could cover if I can live stream tomorrow, and if I have internet on Wednesday with the storm approaching. I'll have to think about that for Wednesday, but not too much going on, guys. Not worried about Caspa, man. We've covered Caspa so many different times. No. I don't, all this noise about VCs and no, I don't, I just allow the chart to tell me. And again, if we're going to fret because Caspa's just been going sideways for a bit, can I just share something with you here? Guys, you got to be patient. This market, let me tell you something. If you're newer to the market, this market is not intended to be easy. It's intended to weed individuals out. And one of the things that I've shared with you consistently on this channel is, unless if something materially changes on the chart, which causes your investment thesis to change, it flies in the face of why you invested in something, you stay patient. You stay fucking patient. Nothing has changed on this chart. As you can see, all Caspa has done is created new all-time highs against Solana. Now it's in a consolidation phase. Why would it possibly be in a consolidation phase? Guys, this was a really early time when the market cap was really low. Low liquidity, it was easier to move the asset, right? It's now a $4 billion or nearly $4 billion asset. If we go to, let's just go to CAS BTC. Okay? Again, I don't know why this chart got fucked up. If you go to the Caspa BTC chart, there's nothing to be concerned about. Guys, just stay patient. Please. If you want to sell, you go ahead. Go ahead and sell Caspa. Again, sell Caspa and regret it later. All we've done against Bitcoin, we got lower highs coming in, but we're consolidating here. We still have higher lows coming in, higher highs coming in, and now we have we've had an extended period of time of consolidation. Guys, one of the fundamental principles within technical analysis, right? There's a couple fundamental principles we talk about on this live stream. One are the basic building blocks of a bullish narrative, which are higher highs and higher lows in this chart. The other is consolidation precedes price expansion. When you have a large area of accumulation like this, or you have a large area of accumulation like this here. Okay, let's get off the raging bull. I mean, this has been, let me get that off. Look at this. We've just been consolidating in here for a long time. Once this thing breaks 20 cents with conviction, because we've had such a long period of consolidation like this, the odds are in our favor that we're going to get a big jump to the upside. And this thing's going to go from 20 cents to 50 cents in the blink of an eye, and then from 50 cents to that psychological dollar in the blink of an eye. I've just been here for too long. Again, anything's possible. I'm not out here to tell you, look, I'm not out here to tell you with certainty. You run away from this channel or any channel that tells you something with certainty. I don't tell you anything with certainty. I can't tell you anything certain in this life besides the fact that I was born and I'm going to die at some point. That's the only thing that's certain, all right? I'm an actuary. I'm a man of numbers, okay? So, but what I can tell you is logically, based on objective data, what is most likely and least likely, right? Based on how I'm reading the chart. And based on how I'm reading the chart, as much as there is, certainly there's a probability this thing could break down and come down here, it's a lot less likely than us continuing to churn higher, and we just have to be patient. The breakup above 20 cents has not occurred when I thought it would. It has not occurred when other TA people have thought it would. It doesn't mean it's not most likely and won't happen. You just got to stay patient. Or if you want to learn things the hard way, in my opinion, I would encourage you to sell Caspa. Go ahead and sell it. Sell it. And I want you to come back to me next year and tell me how you did by selling it. Because I think that will be a horrendous mistake on your part. Again, take it from someone who's been here for a while. I could be dead wrong, but I think I'm pretty spot on with that one. All right, guys, that's going to do it. If you didn't catch the remarks at the beginning of the live stream, tomorrow's sort of up in the air with work. Wednesday's up in the air because there's another hurricane coming through, so we'll see if I have power. But it's nice to see everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Until next time, let's all spread awareness. And let's carry the education forward. Take care.